terms of nutrition, what do our bodies require? You see, it needs macronutrients and micronutrients. What are those? First, macronutrient, protein. Even a 12-year-old should be getting at least 100 grams of protein per day, because protein is just not for muscle, it's also for brain development. It's to enable your body to repair and regrow and methylate the DNA. You see, you should be striving for a bare minimum of 1 gram of protein per desired body weight. In specific phases, whether you're growing or going more to the gym, even higher will be useful. You see, muscle meat, like beef, contains proteins that allow your body to make it into amino acids, which is what it absorbs to allow itself to produce that repair and growth of bodily tissues. Beef also contains collagen, which is very important for our skin. You see, lysine, methionine, and tryptophan are amino acids that are only found in significant amounts in animal products. You see, only animal products offer complete proteins because they include all the essential, which include these three. Let's go on to fat. You see, fat like the beef fat, or even the fat around the kidneys, which is called suet, or tallow, which is rendered beef fat, contain stearic acid, as well as EPA and DHA, which are amazing fatty acids that our body produces to allow your brain to grow. This is what made us human, a higher consumption of fat, and this allows us to thrive in terms of energy and in terms of cell growth and production. You see, water is rarely talked about in this conversation, but it is indeed a macronutrient, which differs from carbs, which are indeed a macronutrient, but not essential. You see, all of these our bodies require. And if you're drinking too little water or eating too little fat, you will not be able to take advantage of this, but more in a minute. I recommend you drink purified water. You maybe get an under the sink reverse osmosis filter, and then you just have to open the tap and drink whenever your thirst signals kicks in. You see, in terms of micronutrients, we typically hear of the vitamins, maybe even of the minerals, but we rarely hear about the so essential compounds like creatine, like taurine, like carnosine, even like carnitine. You see, these are derived from these amino acids, so a plant-based diet will not allow you to get these. Certainly not this, and this is very, very small amounts. You see, on a plant-based diet, your body is required to only use these by what it produces internally, thus making it that you are only allowing your body to use minimum amounts, survival amounts, get by amounts. Even choline and CoQ10, which are found in plant-based foods but very small amounts, are highly present in animal products. You see, when we talk about minerals, you might say, oh, but plant foods have plenty of iron, which is one of the many minerals. But you see, animal-derived heme iron is far easier for our bodies to absorb and be able to use for its requirements. And let's finish with the vitamins, the oh so famous vitamins that are divided in fat soluble, like A, D3 and K2, and water soluble, like B6 and B12. You see, only when you consume fat and only when you consume your water, just like I was mentioning, will your body be able to absorb the already inner present after our consumption of these vitamins. You see, there are far more vitamins than the one I mentioned here, but these ones, like this here and this here and this here and this here, these are things that you only find in significant and useful and thriving amounts in animal-based foods. And thus, my conclusion of today is this: you can either thrive on just beef and water, or you can get by on a very varied plant food, whole foods diet. So even if you do the whole shenanigan of whole grains, whole legumes, whole this and seeds and nuts and berries and fruits and all that shenanigan, you will only get by. The people who you see doing this and kind of thriving is because they are taking all of these as supplements. Why does every vegan doctor tell you to get B12? Because this one is the one that is by far the most visible if you lack it. But if you lack all of the others, you will never get to thriving performance. And thus, a carnivore diet will always be the best diet for mental, emotional, and physical performance. And even if you do just beef, just fatty ruminant meats and purified water, you will thrive. You will heal your chronic conditions. Your body, your mind will work like it never did. So this is a bear theory. This works for herbivores. Herbivores thrive on plant foods. But our bodies have adapted over the millennia to thrive on this. And thus, we have to either accept our condition or accept a life of getting by, of hypocrisy of taking this and calling yourself a vegan. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you know somebody who will benefit from this, please send them the link of this video. Leave a comment with a question, with your opinion. As long as you are respectful, I encourage you to feel free to share whatever you feel like, even if it is a different kind of perspective than mine. You're totally welcome. If you like this type of content, this type of essential tools for life, please subscribe, because I will continue to add such type of content. Bye bye.